Most people think walking away is weakness, but psychologically, it's the one thing ego can't control. Because the moment you stop chasing, you force them to face something terrifying. You can actually live without me. And for some people, that hurts more than heartbreak itself. There's a strange shift that happens when you finally stop reacting to someone. No more double texts, no more trying to explain yourself, no more waiting for their attention like your happiness depends on it. At first, they act unbothered, but internally, something starts collapsing. Because people become addicted to emotional access, especially when they know they can affect you. The attention, the reassurance, the power of knowing you'll stay no matter how cold they become. That's what feeds the ego. And the scary part? Many relationships aren't built on love anymore. They're built on emotional certainty. They assume you'll always forgive, always return, always care more. So when you suddenly detach emotionally, it creates psychological confusion, not because they lost control of you physically, but because they lost control mentally. And humans struggle deeply with losing emotional control over someone they thought was attached. This is why walking away hits differently, especially in modern dating. People are used to temporary attention, fast validation, endless options. But real detachment? That's rare. When someone can no longer predict your emotions, they become obsessed trying to understand them. Think about it. Why do people often come back the moment you stop caring? Why do they suddenly text after weeks of silence the second you move on? Because your absence forces them to confront their own ego. You're no longer feeding their importance, and silence is powerful that way. It removes reassurance. Suddenly they wonder, did I lose them? Are they happier without me? Why aren't they reacting anymore? That uncertainty becomes emotionally loud, especially for people who relied on your attention to feel valuable. But Stoicism teaches something most people learn too late. The strongest person in the room is usually the one who can leave without needing revenge, closure, or validation. That level of emotional control is rare, because walking away isn't just distance, it's self-respect in action. And ironically, the less you need someone's approval, the more psychologically powerful you become in their eyes. Not because you're playing games, but because emotionally independent people are hard to manipulate. And deep down, everyone respects what they can't control. So if someone underestimated your silence, let them. Because sometimes the most painful thing for another person is realizing they no longer have access to the version of you that once begged to stay.